Hello, I'm Emily Dahlgren, and I'm studying to become a secondary English and language arts teacher at Indiana University. I'm very fortunate that my education experience has included learning how to integrate technology into the classroom. Technology can be an invaluable tool in education. I believe it can enhance the learning experience as well as make it more efficient and more effective. Now I'm going to show you one of my favorite tools that I've made for my coursework. It's my teacher website, and I feel it's a great way to keep in touch with students and parents outside of the classroom. So this is my teacher website, and it's organized into 3 parts. I have general information with an About Me page, a calendar, and tech resources. I have a For Students section for class materials, assessments, and student projects. And I have a Parents section for the newsletter and a link to the school's website. On my About Me page, I have information about my education and my hobbies. My students are going to spend a lot of time with me in the classroom, and they can get to know me before the school year starts by visiting this page. I have a calendar. I think it's important so that students and parents know what's going on. If there's any important tests coming up or assignments, they can just check and they'll be on there. Tech resources. On this page, I have tools for data analysis and my SimBlue account, which has not only resources for me for teaching, but also resources for my students like SparkNotes or Quizlet if they need to study for a test on a book, or other Hemingway apps for writing resources. For students, we have the class materials. Class materials page has a lot of different materials from class that are specifically important. Here I have a concept map of the differences between genre, and I'll put up important in-class activities and notes and everything here so my students can keep up to date even if they weren't in school that day or they just need a refresher. They can check that page. Assessments. Here I can show students their results on any formative assessments that we take in class, so I can better inform my teaching based on how my students are doing. For example, here, one of the questions I asked was, the Green Party strategies aren't effective because they're all dirty, lazy hippies. The preceding argument is an example of which logical fallacy? Only half of my class guessed that it was ad hominem, and so I will probably have to review logical fallacies in class at a later date so that they can learn them. Then on student projects, this is a place for me to show off all of my students' work. They can see their own work and then the work of their peers, and past projects done by former students so they can have a model for when they're making their own assignments. For parents, I have a newsletter. I think it's important to keep parents informed about what's going on in the classroom. They have just as much a right to be involved in their students' education as the teachers. And then I have a link to the school website. So that's my teacher website. I think it's a great tool for staying connected with parents and students. And that's it. So I look forward to hearing from you. Thank you for considering me for a position at your school.